I'm telling you, 90% of these girls that got OnlyFans have a boyfriend who's managing it, or someone else is telling them.
Well, the ones that are making money, yeah,
that's
sure.
what I'm saying.
The ones that are doing it right, yes. There's a man behind the scenes making shit happen.
Because I see their posts and I'm like, no girl's just gonna like just post it. Like they know, the guy knows what guys want to see. So if it's a picture of a girl's asshole with like a $5.99 sticker right in front of her fucking pussy, I'm like, I find it hard to believe that a woman thought that. And that a woman consciously is going on every single day and posting it.
Like, these bitches have OnlyFans. The ones that don't really do it, the ones that dabble in it, they have a couple pictures, whatever. You go to sign up and it's fucking 14 posts. Who's signing up for that?
Right.
It's when an expense comes up that they'll hop on there. They'll do a little flash sale. Oh, I got a flat tire. Let me put my pussy on the internet, get a couple bucks, and pay for this tire.
Exactly. And you have a good point with the 14 posts. If I see, because it shows you how many posts they got. If they have 14 media posts and like, I'm just not even fucking with it, because I'm like, I'm not gonna get my money's worth. At best, maybe half of those are not pay to see. So it's a waste of $5.99 for me.
This is women taking advantage of men. That's exactly what it is. Like a girl that has an OnlyFans, that has an Amazon wish list, that only posts like her tan line on the side of her leg just to get you intrigued. The dudes that don't know how to get pussy will empty their bank accounts for these bitches.
Well, I look at it as they're exploiting the caveman brain.
That's exactly
what we talk about. Because like you're mid-stroke and then you're like, well, I'd like to see this girl naked, and be like, oh, I could do it for $5.99. Well, $5.99 is just a push of a button. It's not really nothing. Then you get it, and then you're like, well, I'm not coming to this, but what's behind this video? It's 2 minutes long. I could for sure come in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But $20? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And let's talk about it, because I think it's unfair to the male community that we're being exploited like
we are being exploited. This goes into like what we talked about last week. Like, you have to understand the person you're with, right? You're with a man. You have to understand that they are a man. Now, these women, I don't know that they necessarily understand that that's what they're doing. They're not
I think they do.
You think they do?
I think they do. Because women, this is nothing new to them. Because before the internet existed, the mothers were teaching the women game. And they were saying, make sure you get a man who has a nice car. Make sure he has a house. Make sure he can provide for you. Make sure you don't go for no broke dude. It's the same fucking thing. They just figured out a way to do it without actually putting a penis inside them. And they can do it from the comfortability of their own bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, you might be right. They could know. You're breaking everything.
If this breaks, I'm suing.
Breaking everything.
I'm suing.
All right. Battle raps, cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so...
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Episode 50.
Episode 51. We're fawnless.
We're fawnless.
We got no fun, but all fun, baby.
It is actually pronounced fun, technically.
He claims. It's not even his name.
He said he came up with the name by using pho, which is the soup, and adding the N on there to make it N. So if he made it up, I guess if he made it up,
it's made up. Yeah, episode 51, Strategy and Dolo Show, Party with Strategy podcast. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, we're fucking out here, baby. And I see that you got a big weekend coming up, at least a big Sunday. You got a triple
header.
And you're 37 now.
I am 37.
Because I'm going to let you know, when I do a double at 32, it's not like it used to be.
Oh, for sure.
Remember when we started and you'd have like 7 gigs in a night, in a day?
You got to remember, I was 32 around that time when we were in the Chicago prime of just fucking
That's crazy.
touring the city, right? So here's my word of the wise to older DJs who want to do fucking insane amounts of DJ sets in a day. Don't drink. That's it. It's that simple. Don't drink and stay hydrated.
Is it that simple, though?
Well, it's not that simple.
The concept is simple.
The concept is simple, but self-control is a mother. But it's not even self-control. It's that fucking people force feed you the shots, and it's like if you turn it down, you're like calling them an asshole. That's how they look.
It's definitely a ballet. It's a dance that you have to do with like
you're pretty good at
who you're taking shots with, pretending to take shots. I have like a bunch of different moves. I've acquired like moves over the years. So like maybe I'll take half the shot. Maybe I won't take any of it, but it'll look like I did. Maybe I like this guy or I need something from him. I'll take the shot with him. You know,
maybe I just want to get a little fucked up.
Yeah, everything has a different, you know, it depends who's giving it to you. Some fucking random asshole, you got to be like, yeah, for sure, bro. Like over the shoulder, exactly. You know?
See, the first gig of the day is going to be the hardest because Cosmo likes to fucking kill you with alcohol.
He likes to go hard. And then, and I showed him the half shot thing because I'll take half
that's what we were doing last night.
Let all my shit stack up. But then he'll get so drunk that he's doing a half shot double time.
Yeah, he
does a half. He's like, all right, we're doing half. And then 5 minutes later, another shot comes. He's like, we're only doing half. I'm like, well, you defeated the whole purpose.
Well, shit, we would recycle them because we would do half the shot and then drink the other half of the shot in a half hour or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. I find my sweet spot is if I can limit myself to one shot per half hour, I can ride. You know what I'm saying?
One shot per half hour, so 2 shots an hour.
Yeah.
So what time do you start?
Well, I usually try and push it to 11:30.
No, I mean on Sunday.
Oh, shit.
For your trip.
Well,
what time do you start?
4 o'clock.
4 p.m. and you're going till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So 2 shots an hour.
10 hours, 20. That's not that bad.
20 shots.
That's not that bad, to be honest. Here's the problem.
Over 10 hours?
Listen, 20 shots in 10 hours I can do. No problem. Here's the problem. 4 hours in, 8 shots in, that whole fucking once every half hour thing is out the window. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it, let's fucking chug out of the bottle. You know what I'm saying?
You're feeling it. Now you're in the zone. You're just fucking, I'm not pacing it no more. We're going full throttle.
That's why I limit myself to start drinking at 11:30. So by 2 a.m., while I start to get that drunk that I'm ready to just start chugging, the night's over. And I go home and sleep.
Okay. You got this all time.
This is how to survive.
Sometimes you don't make it home to sleep.
Well, sometimes I sleep on the couch.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, okay, so it happened twice in 1 week, which I know is bad.
Yo, which is funny because I didn't know it happened the first night, and everyone was like, oh, bro, he was doing this on Tuesday night. I'm like, what?
This can't be a new thing. This can't be a new thing. But really I'm going to be honest, what it is that I have to drive home. So I'm like, if I fucking eat something real quick and take a quick nap, I can fucking, reset myself.
You're good to go. You're in the legal limit.
But I look at it later and I'm like, okay, once it's funny, twice is a little concerning. So I'm going to try and just not drink that much.
Reel it in.
Yeah. It's been going a little crazy, but we're all right.
It's fun times. That's the thing. Like, we're having fun times, but there's a cost. There's a price to pay.
Exactly. And that price is a $30 Uber.
Yeah. So, which really isn't bad.
It's better than a $10,000 DUI.
Yeah. I mean, a $30 Uber ain't even bad. It's fucking cost me $30 to get from here to Bottle.
Yeah, I mean, the Ubers might be more now. It's been a while since I took an Uber. With gas prices surging, I'm sure that they are quadrupling their price just to make more profits too.
Mm-hmm. Imagine fucking Uber Eats becomes the most profitable job you can have. Gas prices are at an all-time high, so the price of the Uber goes up. Then there's going to be the food shortage, so the price of the food's going to go up. So now you're paying like $150 for a meal delivered by some fucking idiot who can't read a GPS, and he's got all the money. It's like during the pandemic when the essential workers were like the kings,
Yeah.
Like, oh, save these Target workers. The essential workers don't fucking, they need their jobs.
I love that the essential workers were deemed to strippers. Like, strip clubs were all open. Like, no, you can't fucking go to a CVS, but you could go to a strip club and get a girl to fucking rub her tits in your face.
I actually heard this recently is like, remember they didn't shut liquor stores down and no one really complained. No one was going to be like, hey, why aren't those liquor stores shut down like everything else, But they really like lawfully cannot shut a liquor store down like that because if you're an alcoholic and you need that alcohol, if you don't get it, alcohol is one of the very rare things that you could die from not getting once your body.
That and heroin, right?
Well, heroin, I think you go through really bad withdrawals. I don't think you die from it though. Wait, alcohol, you legitimately
I didn't
will
know
die.
That you could die from not having alcohol
if you're that deep in the game. If you've been drinking like that for so long and your body's now dependent on it, if you stop cold turkey, you die.
Well, I've been drinking a lot for a long time, and thank God that I've never got to that point. I don't ever want to get to that point.
Yeah, it's not a great place to be. I got to imagine.
I would imagine.
But
speaking of drinking, I'm thirsty. I'm going to grab something. Is there anything in your fridge?
There's a couple things in the fridge. Get your fucking greasy paws off my goddamn fresh drinks. I keep my fridge stocked like I'm MTV Cribs could walk in at any moment.
You have more Ready Whip cans in your fridge than I have soda
the Keto King is back, baby. The fucking you sparked a fire under my ass. I needed this the past. You can look at my calendar. I keep track of my fuck ups and everything. It's been about a month and a half, maybe even 2 months. But and I haven't really gotten fatter because I'm keeping track of my weight. I'm floating around like from 225 to 220. Like the shred that I was on, I was probably at 216. So it's not like crazy, but I just feel like shit, bro. Like when I don't eat good, I know what my body needs. I know how to make it work at its highest level, but I don't do it. That's the craziest thing.
Yes.
Why is life like that? Why do we want to do the things we know are going to end badly? I'm excited to go out and get drunk tonight, and it could end badly.
Yeah.
That's the most exciting thing.
It's like the girl who you know is going to fucking cheat on you, but you still want to fucking give it a chance because you think you can change it.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. Like if you imagined the best possible life that could be created, it would be like you're rewarded for doing the things that you need to do that are good for you. You know what I mean? And you are rewarded, but it's like a backdoor reward. It's like a longevity, like it's rewarding, but you don't get like it doesn't feel like you're eating a piece of cheesecake. Like that's the best feeling in the world.
It's kind of like money management, right? If you're smart with your money, you don't have as much fun. Like I'm done with my money, and I love being in the moment and buying anything I want or fucking off money on cars and shit like that. But like at the end of the day, it's not as rewarding as the financial freedom that you might have by being a cheap Jew and buying property.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all the same shit. That's what life is, just about temptation, man. It's like the Garden of Eden, baby. That's it.
Yeah. When I'm eating the apple, I'm eating the fucking apple.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? What else is like I can't. There's got to be more to it. Like,
you want to know my thoughts?
I want to know your thoughts.
I'm not one to wear a tin hat.
Here we go. These are the thoughts I like.
This is honestly, this is what my view is on this whole thing.
Okay.
I believe that life is a test. Now, whether you want to say it's God and the devil, or you want to say it's the universe testing your soul, or like
you frame it.
Whatever your God is, whatever you think, it all fits in the same equation.
Okay.
We're put here to enjoy the lessons we learn through life. And I almost believe in reincarnation. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean almost?
I mean, like, I could believe that could be part of the equation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you complete life and you know what I'm saying? Like, you got an 80 out of 100, you know, but you have to get 95 to pass on into the heaven, right? Maybe you go back and you have to take this test, and let's see if you can pass this time. And maybe subconsciously you have some of the lessons you learned from them. Because I feel like that I'm old soul. I feel that there's a possibility that I've lived life before. Not that I remember being a fucking monk in the 13th century, but that I just have a understanding of things that shouldn't necessarily know. You know what I'm saying? Like experiences maybe that I've had before that I haven't actually had, but I understand them, if that makes sense.
You feel like you've had.
Yeah, I feel like I have. Like I know, and it's not as simple as this, but like give you an example, like you know if you touch the stove, it's going to fucking burn you, right? So that's a lesson that you could have learned as a baby, burning your hand, or you could have just kind of known it, right? Well, there's other things in life that I feel like I'll see and I'll be like, I can already predict the outcome of this. Maybe I lived it before, or maybe it's just common sense. I don't know. But I feel like it might have been a lesson that I learned in a past life. I don't know. That's how I feel, though.
Okay. I feel that. I can relate to that at some points. But if we're talking reincarnation and you're keep coming back and getting better and better grades, essentially fitting into the analogy that you gave me.
Yeah.
Do you start at the bottom? Do you start as like a heroin addicted homeless man that gets F's every day? I think, and then maybe you make it from an F student and you're a heroin, or you're a homeless dude that beats heroin addiction, but you die getting hit by a bus, and then you come back as you're not that far in the hole. Now you're a D student, and you know what I mean? I believe that. Well, I think you learned the lesson. Like if you died from an overdose, maybe you come back and say, well, drugs are bad. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
And then maybe the lesson this time is like not to fucking get too emotionally attached in a relationship and commit suicide or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming to fucking listen. I'm not starting a church of Dolo here. I'm just saying
I might want to join.
This is something I believe.
Hold on.
I don't know that it necessarily fits into it. It could be Eastern's philosophy. I don't fucking know. It's just something I think.
Starting a church would be the best thing that you could possibly do.
For taxes?
Financially.
Yeah, for sure. You get a nice congregation giving you offering every week.
Remember we were thinking about the church of send nudes? I was like, how can we turn the crib into a church so I don't have to pay property taxes on it?
We almost would have. I mean, in Chicago, I feel like we could have got away with it. Texas, they're not so hot on new religions. It's pretty much...
Yeah, you stick to the basics.
You got to go to...
and they don't even like some of those.
Giant Baptist churches where they, never use the word Jesus.
Why? What do they say?
I don't fucking know. From what I understand,
why do they not say Jesus?
Because it's like they're like non-denominational. They are saying Jesus, but like a lot of times because they don't want to turn anyone away. Because remember, more congregations, more money. So when they have these huge congregations of thousands of people, they try and like steer away from they try and like generalize things. I've noticed. I've been to a couple of those churches. Just to kind of see like what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Like you go in, there's a giant cafeteria. Then you walk into this huge auditorium that's built for like a fucking mega concert. And then like this fucking awesome band comes out that's like could have their own record label but doesn't need to because they're making too much money out of the church. And then like everybody, there's thousands of people in there and they just listen. They just eat up every word the pastor says because he's a good speaker. It's like. When I'm there, I don't feel like I'm at church. I feel like I'm like at a motivational.
You're in a trance.
I'm at a motivational speaker's like, fucking. I don't know what you would call that.
Like a convention,
yeah,
like a arena tour, like
because nothing's like, if you don't do this, God's gonna smite you. Because then everybody's gonna leave. They're gonna be like, well, I don't know if I believe that. You know what I'm saying? But if he's like, it's good not to kill people. Like, I believe that. Well, let me give this guy 10% of my income. I don't know, but I'm not saying I don't believe in God. I just feel like religion is misunderstood.
Well, I think religion has been tainted by the people. There's no doubt about that.
For sure.
There's no doubt about that. Because they all stand on the same like core principles and it's all good things. And then
100%.
anything outside of that is just people fucked it up and monetized it and they're trying to get money. And
because people by nature are evil.
100%. Once you get a little bit of power, you're only going for more. There's no such thing as giving it back. Once you get some power, you're not ever like, you know what? I don't really. Because
if you're the CEO of a company, like you might retire, but you're not gonna be like, you know what? I think we could use a new manager or a new fucking janitor. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this job to Bob. He seems like a nice guy. And then if you guys need to see me, I'll be cleaning toilets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like but it's that nature of the beast, what they call, you want more, you get a little bit, you want more. You know what I'm saying? You're never satisfied, really, unless you find inner peace, and that's like a different thing. Who the fuck are we to say any of this shit, though?
I mean, we are human beings that operate on this earth, in this society, understanding. I don't think we're smart in the aspect of like education, but I think we're smart in the aspect of we have done a lot of things, and we can speak on our own personal experiences through doing a lot of those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We've done a lot. Life experience is the best fucking education you could get.
I couldn't educate anyone on how to give a hysterectomy. I don't know if you give them or get them, but I haven't had either.
Well,
so
if you want to try, I'm ready.
I think it has something to do with your asshole, though.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah.
You could touch my butthole.
All right. How about, speaking of touching your butthole, have you found a new masseuse here that can give you enemas in your bathtub?
No, dude. This Melba, God, I miss her every day.
Do you ever write her?
Every week.
Do you ever just like send her a email? Does she check email? I don't know. She's an old Polish lady.
She's an old Ecuadorian lady.
Oh, Ecuadorian. You might have to send her like a kite.
Bro, first of all, she's an alien. So she knows what we're talking about her right now. And
she
there's no doubt about it.
Right now.
So careful what you say. I love you, Melba. Thank you for all the work you've put in. This woman, she is an animal, dog. She touches you and just knows exactly what your body needs and how to relieve everything that's going on. She throws the suction cups on under your left shoulder blade while she's hitting your fucking right wrist and forearm with the electrical pulses, while her daughter's fucking rubbing down your calves, while she's fucking hitting your head. Like, bro, there's so much happening. It's overload, but it's all working together. Like, all of your muscles are connected. If you hurt your leg, it could hurt your neck because you fucking something up, and now this is twisted, and now everything. And she understands that.
She sounds more of a shaman than a masseuse.
Alien.
Okay. Alien shaman.
Alien shaman.
Okay.
Melba.
And her, you know what? That was a selling point for me, and unfortunately we moved and I can't ever experience this, was when you told me that her daughter ended up joining. You got a 4-hand massage for the mom and daughter.
Her daughter did join.
Is her daughter hot?
Her daughter, listen, it was one of those things where you look at her and you question how, old this girl is. Is she 18 or over? I don't know.
See,
so automatically it goes to, all right, there's no hotness, it's right, straight like
detach
the
yourself.
job, you detach. I can't even start thinking.
I feel like it should be illegal for anyone to be a masseuse under 18, and I'll tell you why.
Well, yeah, I think it is.
Uncontrollable boners. Let's just put it out there, because anybody touches you in the right spot, it's going to give you a boner. It's not that you're necessarily sexually attracted. Okay, that's not the right spot, but that's my point. That's why I wouldn't let a dude massage me. Not that I'm worried that I would like it, but what if I get an uncontrollable boner and then I got to fucking sit there for 45 awkward minutes while this guy rubs me down? I don't want that.
Well, here's the thing. I've gotten a boner while a guy's massaging me before.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. You're gay, so.
And now I'm gay.
That's where it started.
Now I'm gay.
And ever since then, you knew.
So.
Wait, did that really happen?
Yeah.
See, that's why I can't fuck with it. That's why I did. Maybe I learned that in a past life, and I just know now not to go down that road.
That was a lesson you learned back in fucking ancient. You were like a
Viking.
You were a Viking. You guys had just invaded China. You broke into a fucking massage parlor, and you're like, "Who's the strongest dude?" You're a big fucking Viking.
And this Yao Ming looking motherfucker came in.
Yeah, you got the biggest dude to hit you with his best fucking work. This dude's been training for 3,000 years, learning the whole body, spirit, everything. He fucking puts his hands on you, and you got hard. So
and
you
then,
had to
and then my wife left me, and it ended up bad. But I learned from my lesson.
Vikings
so now,
didn't have wives, dog. Vikings just
had rape.
They wanted.
See, listen, I was talking about this with my girl today. For how much everyone complains about the world right now, we are definitely living in the best of times. Because we were talking about how Genghis Khan. Do you know about Genghis Khan?
I know. I've heard stories.
Do you know he literally has like hundreds of thousands of descendants?
Yeah, the legend is that like every single person on Earth is at least like 1%.
Well,
something like that.
In Southeast Asia, it's like stupid high how many people are related to him.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the whole world, but for sure in Southeast Asia or all the areas that he invaded. So he would just go through, kill all the men, rape all the women. On to the next town. Like that was like
that was his fun.
That's the same thing that the Vikings did, and that's the same thing that fucking. I mean, probably the Crusades did the same thing. The Moorish, anybody who was like, and everybody just invaded everybody and raped the women and killed the men, and that was just part of life.
And those times brought us to these times.
And now
hard times.
You can't say anything without offending a transsexual polyamorous monkey. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the monkeypox.
Oh, monkeypox. We'll
get to the monkeypox.
Monkeypox are hot right now.
But hold on, before that, I just want to say that, this is what I think about when I start to fear all of the violence that is now happening. Like Chicago is a fucking wild, violent,
2 mass shootings in 1 week
city, bro. And I'm like, we're too soft. Like we're heading back that other direction. You know what I mean?
Listen,
we were there, and now we got to this place where it's all comfortable and everything is all good, and you can't even say a word because it's too offensive. But now we're kind of heading
in a different direction because everybody's soft as baby shit.
Yeah.
And guess what that makes way for? Darwinism. Now, for those of you who don't know what Darwinism is, like myself, by a textbook theory, it's basically the strong survive, right?
Only the strong survive.
Exactly. So if everybody's soft and weak as baby shit, there's going to be somebody, whether it's gangs or whatever the case may be, that's not weak. And it's going to be really easy for them to eat up all the weak. I don't know if it's an outside military source, but I can tell you, if Russia was to invade us right now, I don't think we'd have that great a chance as Ukraine does.
I don't think there'd be a lot of people strapping up fighting for this country.
There's not going to be a bunch of fucking motherfuckers standing on the roofs with Molotov cocktails risking their life. They're going to fucking secede.
They're going to take to Facebook. Like
exactly.
They know how to do.
Can you believe they're doing this?
Yeah.
Rally tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Pray for
Russia.
Yeah.
like then they're gonna be like on Stockholm syndrome. Be like, it's not their fault that they're invading us. They're doing this because you know,
this is our ancestors' fault.
Yeah.
If we didn't treat them so badly in the past, they wouldn't be doing this. Take me. I am the sacrifice.
Exactly. And that's honestly, I'm not a big fan of the rape and pillage thing. I got to be honest. I don't think it's the greatest idea.
In these times, not good. It's certified. It's not even a question.
Because here's the thing: if a strong rape and pillage came, America's not going to do great.
We're gonna get raped.
Yeah.
We're gonna get bent over. We're gonna be looking for the soap. We're gonna be lubed up. We're not even gonna be lubed up. It's gonna be dry.
And it's all the psychological shit. It's like nobody wants to join the army because they're like, well, fuck America. They do everything bad, and it's like, okay, well, we live here, so like, let's do something to change it, or like just live with it, because fighting yourself is just not the answer.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Everything's looking bad, but you know, that's why I have a little bit of hope in this violence, though, because hopefully it will turn the tide. Hopefully it will make people realize, like, oh, wait a minute. There's real violence happening. There's not word violence. We're not like, hold on, put that shit aside. Let's tend to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my hope. Is that it'll get bad enough.
I feel
that's a fucked up hope. I'm like, hopefully it'll get bad enough to where people give a shit.
I feel like there's going to be a lot more
right now,
mass killings before that comes. But hopefully people wake up before that's the case. Yeah. I don't know.
This is the new woke. Like this. Imagine this conversation 10 years ago, but like flipped, right? It would be like, oh, you know, everyone's using these bad words on the internet, and it's terrible to these people, and but no one's noticing yet. They'll notice. Hopefully they'll wake up. Hopefully we're woke. We're woke. We understand this. We know this. Like that's where woke came from. You know what I mean? And now it's just we're on the other end of it. We just need to get back to the fucking middle. Really,
I can remember a time where I might have considered myself woke.
Yeah,
I remember being your brother shitting on you, being like, he's asleep.
In the beginning.
Get woke, fam. And then woke got a little too awake.
Woke is like when
needs a nap.
Yeah, woke
needs a nap.
Woke needs a nap for sure. It's like that they're doing the Ambien challenge.
Yeah, and then you know, like when you like don't get enough sleep, like you start acting fucking like belligerent and crazy. That's where the fucking world is. That's right now.
They're too woke. They fucking have not had enough sleep, and they're
just need a little
danger to themselves and everyone else.
Speaking of a danger, there's a real danger, and it's coming from monkeys.
Monkeypox. Now, here's the question that I have, and you know, I was told by my post or my reformly woke brother that this may not be a great thing to bring up on the podcast, but
why?
I just have to ask, why, like, what's up with the government releasing these weird fucking diseases related to monkeys in the gay community? Like, why are they trying to make it seem like gay people are fucking monkeys still? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Time out.
Like, why are they doing that? Why
time out? Because I think you're onto something.
This is like the new AIDS. Like, what?
But is it gay? I don't think it's gay.
Yeah, it's like came out of like a gay rave in Belgium or something.
Was it gay? Well, let me tell you something.
Saying.
If it was in Berlin, the gay raves in Berlin are pretty crazy. And I don't think there's anywhere else on planet Earth that you could find someone fucking a monkey than a gay rave in Berlin.
And this is one of those things that you just know from a past life.
I guess so. Well, that past life was DJing in gay community. But Berlin is like the epicenter of like the most fucked up like
it could be Berlin
sex
honestly.
orgies.
It could be, but that's what they're saying. It came from like this. It's highly transmittable through sexual activity.
That's what I'm
in
saying.
The gay community, I'm like, what? Why? What's going on here? We're back to the monkey thing. Like this, I thought we got past that.
I don't think it's. I mean, I see how it will get into the gay community, but I don't think it's necessarily the gay community. I mean, maybe it is the government like going at the gays again. I don't know why they would do that because they've been doing nothing but lifting them up. That's great.
Yeah.
But here's
what you got.
Here's what I think. Right.
Give it to me.
And this is gonna offend somebody, I'm sure, which I don't give a shit.
It's really not our business.
Here's. Let me give you. Let me paint a picture for you. Right.
Paint it.
Last night I'm DJing at Bell Station, and it's approximately 1:45, and a man walks in a super tight leotard. Looks like he's maybe late 60s, but still cranked up on K and speed and dancing around like something out of a zombie film. I don't know what he was doing, but there was a lot of high kicks. Athletic for his age. Athletic. Okay. Definitely not overweight.
Okay.
But just like a skinny twink, if you will.
Okay, because I was picturing more of like a fat dude. All right.
No. Old twink, tight leotard, striped, right? And then he's like doing high kicks, like has so much energy. He's kicking his legs. I'm like, this dude's on some shit, right?
Yeah.
And so I look over to Cosmo, and he's like, oh, yeah, he's a regular. He comes in all the time. I'm like, all right, cool. You see this from, working in clubs. You see, like, the regulars that are
dancers.
Really crazy dancers, but they just love the music. I appreciate them. That's awesome. Things got a little weird when he may have gone into a K-hole and got stuck and squatted down, right? And he just stopped moving. And he was just, like, stuck. And we're like, okay, is this guy dead? What's going on? So then this young African-American woman proceeds to walk up to him and starts twerking on his face. To which he responds, I fucking hate pussy. Get the fuck away from me. And like throws a high kick at her, right?
No.
Then a guy comes up and he's like, get the fuck up. And just starts freaking out. So like whatever drug this guy's on, he's having a horrible trip. And it's like the security's like scared to go talk to him. So then he proceeds to take his hands and start grabbing his butt cheeks and squeezing them and pulling them apart like he's trying to rip his asshole apart and bending over and
what, you were in the middle of DJing while all this is happening?
The booth is high, so you can see the whole thing in front of you. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to keep playing. So security's a little intimidated, and rightfully so. Who knows if this guy's going to take a projectile shit, and
he's still squatted down.
He's squatted, just going like rapidly ripping his ass cheeks apart. And then he gets up, and he's still like holding his ass, and I'm like, I don't know if he has a dildo up there or if like a butt plug.
Gerbil.
Probably a butt plug, most likely. That's what I would guess. Or he was just trying to hold his shit in. I don't know. So like they're telling him to get out, and he's like walking out, but still like holding his ass cheeks. Like it was really weird. So then he sits down in a corner. They're not like throwing him out because like he's calmed down at this point.
I'm sweating.
To which 15 minutes later he comes back out and dances some more, and then the end of the night. I say that to say this. The entire gay community is not that man. However, that man is a part of the gay community. So therefore, people like that are more susceptible to fucking monkeys. That man, not gays in general, but that man. So then he's still in the community. So maybe one day, let's say a gay person like yourself is a little horny and you've had a couple shots and you think, I'll let this old guy suck my dick. And then, boom, you got monkeypox. That's it. That's my theory, but I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a fucking DJ.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, but how do you seduce a monkey?
I don't think you need to seduce. They're animals. They just want to fuck anything.
No, do they want to fuck us or do they want to kill us and eat us?
Well, all I know is when our boy Wheezy had a monkey in his front seat. The thing couldn't stop touching his dick,
dude.
To which I understand.
And I will, and let's speak on that a little bit, because there was a vibe you could get with that monkey. There was like
he
reading,
was
there was
confused,
a communication.
angry, horny.
You could tell, all
at the same time.
You were able to understand this monkey. You were like, oh, I used to be one of these.
Yeah, they're
like,
pretty close to us.
You know what I'm saying? How do you seduce a monkey? Because I'm like,
banana. Give him a banana.
I could barely seduce
Paint your dick like a banana. Maybe, I don't know. I've never tried it, but
like I've been really thinking about the art of seduction lately, because
I have a book for you.
What's it called?
The Art of Seduction.
Okay. Because the more time I spend like hitting on women, I'm looking at myself more than anything rather than them, you know what I mean? And like an eye contact, bro. Eye contact is crazy. It could be the most uncomfortable feeling in the entire fucking world. If you're looking at somebody in the eyes and it's like
and you don't know them,
yeah. And like someone on a podcast was like, "Yo, if you stare someone in the eyes long enough, one of two things are happening. You're either fucking or you're fighting."
I can
believe
believe
it. Like that's literally that's it. Like eye contact makes you so unbelievably uncomfortable sometimes, and why? Why is that? I don't understand that.
It's the window to the soul. Nobody feels. I mean, you want to. That's what they say, right? It's the window to your soul.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But what is it? What is it? Why? Sometimes I can look at a girl in her eyes and like
you can already tell what they're thinking,
and we're connected.
And that's why it's uncomfortable, because all your thoughts are revealed.
Yeah,
you got to keep your secrets.
But why is it that sometimes it's comfortable, sometimes it's not?
Maybe there's a connection, maybe a chemical imbalance. You know what I'm saying? Like you have chemistry with someone. It's easier to share eye contact. If you don't fuck with that person, obviously you're not going to stare them in the eyes. It's like when you shake somebody's hand and they don't look you in the eyes, you're like, fuck that motherfucker. But there's a reason they didn't look you in their eye. Maybe they have
you want to say fuck motives. Well, ulterior motives, or
they just don't fuck with you.
Or it could just be like a weirdo, like a socially awkward person who can't look you in the eyes because they're so. Some people operate at like a weird, like jittery, always scared, can't look anyone in the eyes
anxiety
level.
That's
anxiety, anxiety.
I definitely don't make as much eye contact. I have to like tell myself to make eye contact, because like it's not that I intentionally don't want to make eye contact. I'm just like give you an example. When I'm DJing, like I don't even fucking look up. I'll look up to like make sure everything's going on, but I'm not like looking at people and being like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if anything, when people are like, yeah, I'm like, just ignore that.
Yeah,
you know it's not that I don't like them or like I want to be an asshole. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know both, because I do. Sometimes I'm uncomfortable and I want to look away. Sometimes though, I lean into it and I do look at them and like try and make a connection. I'm just scared. Here's what always happens. Let me tell you what happens. I get to this place where I'm like, I'm gonna look everyone in the eyes. I want my posture to be good. I'm like working on everything, all this shit, and then I'll go to the gym, and I'm in the locker room, and I'm looking at people in the eyes.
That's the best thing you could do in the.
It's
you're not looking them in the eyes. You're looking at their dick.
I'd rather be looking at their dicks, honestly, because the level of uncomfort from a gay dude that wants to fuck you in a locker room and you're staring him dead in the eyes, that is the peak uncomfortableness of my entire life, I think.
Well, then you're probably not gay.
I'm working on it.
All right.
But like every time
that's the nice thing about Planet Fitness. Gay people don't go to Planet. Not that there's anything wrong with gay people, but I'm just saying you're not going to have that awkwardness in the gym because it's not really a desirable place.
It's not. It's a weird thing, and it always brings me back to relate it to women, right? Like women, guys make women uncomfortable a lot of times. A lot of guys do. It happens. Like whether you're trying
hold on.
to
I got
or
a
not.
question. Are you working out at a bathhouse?
Essentially, yeah, pretty much.
Is it? There's a steam room there.
Yeah.
Gay dudes making eye contact, butt naked.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like Steam.
It's Steamworks H-Town. They have a new location.
I feel like Steamworks would not do too well down here. Maybe they would.
They would do very well down here. They would do very well down here.
Is that a franchise thing? Or is that
You're not like that. You're not like that to fucking franchise one up. Pop up in fucking H.
Gay people got money.
They got money,
saying,
dude. That's why they're all at That's why they're all at Lifetime. That's what I'm saying.
And they got a Steamworks subscription on top of that. I mean, that's expensive.
But listen, I try and put myself in the position of a woman where when I'm like, I'm trying to fuck her, but she doesn't want to fuck me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm hitting on her. It's not working or whatever. But it's like, it's just whatever it is. Like, I'm annoying to her. You know what I mean? She's like, I don't want to fuck you. Get away from me. This is how I feel about a lot of men in the locker room.
I mean, listen,
it's a very weird interaction.
But is it a humbling experience because now you see it from the opposite perspective?
A little bit, honestly. Yeah, truthfully.
I mean, again, DJing in Boys Town, you get hit on. It's part of the thing. You get hit on as a straight DJ. Yeah. Well, in Boys Town, it's even more, right? So that was a humbling experience for me at a young age to say, it's probably a little creepy if I'm just like staring at a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Staring is bad, but good eye contact, I could jerk off to that. I could literally like that, locking in with somebody in their fucking eyes and just
I feel like that's a weed thing.
To them.
That's a weed.
It's for sure. The weed accentuates it 100%. You could literally read somebody's mind.
No, I get you. That it's like making love. Like you definitely make eye contact is important during sex,
dude.
But not with someone that you're not really fucking with.
No, that's why you shouldn't be having sex with her. But
can we talk about?
I keep doing it. I know I shouldn't, and I keep doing it.
Can we talk about the eye contact blowjob for a moment? I feel like that is the special. That is the key. Because look, it takes me a while to nut when I'm getting my dick sucked. I usually have to end up finishing myself, right?
Standard, yeah.
But an eye contact blowjob will get me there.
Because there's more to it. There's like, you're looking at this woman and she has your dick in her hand and she's staring at you in the eyes like, I would rather be nowhere else than with your cock right in my mouth.
Are you a phone sex operator? You're making me a little comfortable.
And you're just looking down at her like, oh my God, this woman could be doing anything in the world right now, but she has my dick in her mouth. And she's staring at me in the eyes to solidify it and let me know that she fucking loves it. She's not looking away like, oh, I'd rather be doing other shit or thinking about fucking Daryl from, the cubicle across the way.
Or the bar back from work.
Security, one of the cops, pretty much anybody but us. She is locked in.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing.
It's like she's appreciative of her position. That makes it that much better because nobody wants to get their dick sucked from somebody who doesn't want to. And you'll take it, but most women don't want to suck dick.
Most women don't want to suck dick. This is true.
So when you find one that appreciates it, you're like, wow. This is special.
And it's special, and you also know that it's not going to last long. So get as many blowjobs as you can.
Before she sucks off Daryl from across the hall.
Otherwise, you're going to be fucking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Round 2.
I mean, listen, I couldn't give a shit about anything less than that trial. But it's reeling me in. All the highlights that everyone posts, it kind of makes me go, okay, what's going on here? And really, my conclusion is, she's just a typical toxic bitch.
That's exactly what it is. That's why so many people love it, because it's an incredibly relatable thing. Either you're that guy and you don't know it, so you don't love it, or you've been that guy and you know it, so you understand it and you love it, or you know that guy. You know that friend of yours that like can't stop with the fucking thoughts, keeps trying to wife him up, gets him pregnant. Like, oh, bro,
it's really so made me hate Amber Heard. Personally, I'm never gonna watch Aquaman. Not that I was going to in the first place, but any fucking movie she's in, I'm canceling. I'm cancel culture now, motherfucker. Yeah. So fuck Amber Heard because she seems like a piece of shit. And it's not just like, I mean, listen, I could be wrong. I haven't watched the whole fucking deposition. But from the highlight reels that I'm seeing, it's pretty conclusive that she's just a toxic.
It's a very standard toxic relationship. 100%. You see anything that happens there, you just watch her, you watch him, how she's they interact.
Johnny Depp has a jar of cocaine. I'm like, he sounds like fucking awesome. I want to hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like she's beating the shit out of him, and then she's like, but he has cocaine. And I'm like, what the fuck did you expect? It's Johnny Depp. Have you seen Blow? You think those were fucking fake lions?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild. What were we talking about before that?
Eye contact blowjobs?
Yeah, those are good too. Those are real good.
I feel like she probably was giving eye contact blowjobs when they were together. See, because that's the thing about the toxica, however you want to call it. She is the most passionate sexual entity you will ever encounter.
Yeah.
But like anything, there is a consequence for something that's so great, like a fucking cookie. You know what I'm saying? It's just instead of getting fat, you're going to get depressed and fucking potentially kill yourself.
A minute on the lips, forever on the hips, my guy.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
Well,
but yeah, I think those toxic girls are like, you could see how crazy they are, how insane this woman is. Like her mind is insane. But now imagine focusing all of that insanity. She's fucking focusing it right on you. She's locked in. Her eyes are on you. All of that insanity is just for however long it lasts, directed right at you in like this sexual way, like that energy. Like, dog, that's why those bitches got the best pussy, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, because, I mean, there are other factors, like we always say the viscosity of the fluids. There's a lot of contributing factors to good pussy.
Yeah.
But a passionate girl, because, like, a dead fish, if you will, with a good pussy isn't as good as, like, a girl who's going to fuck you with a good pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a toxic bitch will fuck you. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to just lay there. She's going to fucking, you know, we got videos.
She's gonna do her thing.
She's gonna do her thing.
This is what I want to say. You were talking about like a girl that doesn't really want to suck a dick. Like a girl will suck your dick because she knows you want it, but she doesn't really want it. The greatest to this day blowjob that I've ever had was from this girl that I was making out with, and while we were making out, I had undone my pants and like pulled my dick out because I thought we were like, from what I was experiencing, we were about to go. And then she like kind of stops and she's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And like sort of gets up.
Classic.
And then she gets up, which brings my penis into her peripheral view. And she kind of looks down and looks over at it and just grabs it and starts sucking it. Like she was like, I don't know if I could do this. And then just saw my dick. And
but you saw her make eye contact with your penis.
Dude, yes.
And that was the
and she was like, oh, I'm sucking that. You know, like this, like I was,
that's got to make it even better because you're like, this girl is cock drunk, and I'm the only one with a cock in the room, so I hold the keys.
Yeah, it was a strong blow. Yeah, I think about that often. That
sounds like some shit out of a movie, but it almost makes you wonder, right? A little bit. Why? What life experience led her to be so infatuated with cock? Was it from birth? Who knows? Maybe she just has an infatuation with cocks. Maybe it was your penis. Give yourself a little credit.
Well,
maybe she saw the multicolored, fascinated, whatever.
She saw brown and pinkers and had to take a ride.
She was like, I've never sucked one of those. Let's go.
She said, I wonder if it's like Goober grape.
Gilbert grape?
Goober. You remember Goober, the peanut butter and jelly mixed together in the jar?
Goobers,
you know what I'm saying?
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, it's like a
That's
brown
purple.
and then purple. Well, it's close enough. I mean, you know, if it gets hard enough, it'll turn kind of purple. That's
a lot. So then it definitely wasn't that made her. But no, I mean, or was there something else that made her?
There's definitely. I usually default. I'm not the guy that's like, oh, it was my cock. She saw my cock and she had to suck it because it's my cock. You know,
it's definitely the biggest she's ever seen.
Yeah, no. She may or may not know.
Talk about that for a second. Do you ever notice when you talk to somebody that and there's a few people that we've met that are like just love talking about like themselves like they're a god, and I'm like,
that's very Houston. That's a very Houston thing.
Now there's some people back in Chicago that were like that always look, oh, this girl wants to fuck me, and they're like, does she really? Like every girl wants to fuck you, bro. Like, okay, great. Why are you talking to me?
People come up like those are people that have dumb social IQs, because like especially in Chicago, we were always on the internet talking about bitches, with bitches, doing butt chugs, all this shit. Always had girls. So like anybody that would do that was like trying to relate to us and be like, oh, you guys are the guys that bitches. I got bitches too, you know? And it's like that's not how you do it. They're just idiots.
They're never looked at it like, idiots. Oh, like bitches just love us. You know what I'm saying? It was more like we're just there and we're, you know.
Well, we're also like doing a thing. We like are consciously trying to surround ourselves with bitches and be on video and like have girls and like we're trying to
and it
be
wasn't
superstars. That's
and let's be honest, that wasn't without dealing with denial, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Denial? What do you mean?
I mean, it wasn't like every single girl was just like, yeah, fucking take my tit.
No, hell no. I had to work fucking goddamn hard for those tits.
That's what I'm saying. There was
nights I went out and fucking grinded my ass off and got one disgusting, floppy, deflated, pancake-ass titty just to have a titty on the snap. And I was like, all right, I could go home now. Jesus Christ.
You were dedicated to your art. Yeah, and you know what? Bro. You deserve a crown for that. I do see you now randomly posting old memories of tits. And, you know, it brings me back to the good old days. When girls used to just pull their tits out. Mm. That was the peak of femininity, in my opinion.
Same, brother.
I feel like that was when women were the freest. When they could just walk out and fucking pull their tits out, smile about it, let it be on camera. Who gives a fuck who sees, and move on with their life. Yeah, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be so misunderstood or overstood, I should say, of like worrying about who's gonna see it and like what are they gonna think about me. It's like, bitch, you got OnlyFans anyways. So like, I could pay $3.99 to see your butthole. It doesn't matter if I see your tit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's not even misunderstood these days. I'd say it's monetized. Like a bit. Yeah. If I try and put a sticker on a girl, 90% of the time she'll be like, "Where's the money?" Yeah. You know.
I did hear a girl last night trying. I won't say her name, but she was trying to sell a guy. She didn't know how to. She was asking, not me, but the person next to me, for advice on how to. What she should charge this guy on Cash App for a picture of her ass. And I was just like, if fucking make up a number. I don't know, $50, $20, $1. What the fuck do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was like, imagine for a moment, right? As a man, you're like, this girl really wants to see my dick. I don't know what to charge her to see my dick. Fucking make up a price.
Yeah, or at least do the smallest amount of research possible. You know, you go on his fucking Instagram or whatever it is. Is he pushing a Camry? Is he pushing a fucking Bugatti? You know what I'm saying? The guy's rich. Tell him it's $500. Maybe he'll pay you. If he's got a fucking Camry, you're going to have to shoot a little lower.
And it led me to the understanding of why there are pimps. Because men and women think differently.
Yes, 100%.
Not to say there's not female pimps. I'm sure there's one somewhere, you know, with a strap on in her pants. There's an exception to every Armani suit. But I think, generally speaking, women were gifted an amazing, beautiful flesh flower in between their legs that can harvest power to crush nations.
And life.
However,
harvest life.
They were not gifted the business savvy mind of how to sell it. Because I'm telling you, 90% of these girls that got OnlyFans have a boyfriend who's managing it, or someone else is telling them.
Well, the ones that are making money, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
The ones that are doing it right, yes. There's a man behind the scenes making shit happen.
Because I see their posts and I'm like, no girl's just gonna like just post it. Like they know, the guy knows what guys want to see. So if it's a picture of a girl's asshole with like a $5.99 sticker right in front of her fucking pussy, I'm like, I find it hard to believe that a woman thought that, and that a woman consciously is going on every single day and posting it. Now there are other women, I won't say their names, that I do believe are just kind of running their own show, and it's not as fine-oiled of a machine.
It's not.
It's kind of more sporadic. I'm like, okay, she's horny today, or maybe she needs to pay her fucking car note on her Altima. I don't know, but
that's what happens. An expense will come up. Like, these bitches have OnlyFans. The ones that don't really do it, the ones that dabble in it, they have a couple pictures, whatever. You go to sign up, and it's fucking 14 posts. Who's signing up for that?
Right.
It's when an expense comes up that they'll hop on there. They'll do a little flash sale. Oh, I got a flat tire. Let me put my pussy on the internet, get a couple bucks, and pay for this tire.
Exactly. And you have a good point with the 14 posts. If I see, because it shows you how many posts they got. If they have 14 media posts and like, I'm just not even fucking with it, because I'm like, I'm not gonna get my money's worth. At best, maybe half of those are not pay to see. So it's a waste of $5.99 for me.
The way that this is women taking advantage of men. That's exactly what it is. Like a girl that has an OnlyFans, that has an Amazon wish list, that only posts like her tan line on the side of her leg just to get you intrigued. The dudes that don't know how to get pussy will empty their bank accounts for these bitches. Like, imagine if you didn't know. I know how to get pussy, and pussy controls me sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine if I couldn't get pussy.
Yeah.
It would have the craziest control over me.
Well, I look at it as they're exploiting the caveman brain.
That's exactly
what we talk about. Because, like, you're mid-stroke, and then you're like, well, I'd like to see this girl naked, and be like, oh, I could do it for $5.99. Well, $5.99 is just a push of a button. It's not really nothing. Then you get it, and then you're like, well, I'm not coming to this, but what's behind this video? It's 2 minutes long. I could for sure come in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But $20? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And let's talk about it, because I think it's unfair to the male community that we're being exploited like
we are being exploited. This goes into like what we talked about last week. Like, you have to understand the person you're with, right? You're with a man. You have to understand that they are a man. Now, these women, I don't know that they necessarily understand that that's what they're doing. They're not.
Oh,
like,
I think guys, they do.
You think they do?
I think they do. Because women, this is nothing new to them. Because before the internet existed, the mothers were teaching the women game. And they were saying, make sure you get a man who has a nice car. Make sure he has a house. Make sure he can provide for you. Make sure you don't go for no broke dude. It's the same fucking thing. They just figured out a way to do it without actually putting a penis inside them. And they could do it from the comfortability of their own bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, you might be right. They could know. You're breaking everything.
If this breaks, I'm suing.
Breaking everything.
I'm suing.
They could know what's going on because, okay, I got to imagine that most of us have the same habits when it comes to, like, if you're a woman that brands herself on the internet the way that these OnlyFans girls do, the ones that know what they're doing, the ones that can make money,
Yeah.
You have the certain type of dude that's in your DMs or your OnlyFans messages or whatever it is. And I got to imagine we have the same habits. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole mid-stroke thing, we're all doing that.
I was thinking about this the other day, and it was this. It was that, like when a girl puts a guy on blast on Facebook, I used to see this a lot, and they'd be like, I can't believe fucking guys like this are such assholes. And it's like a guy's like, hey, but like, then you look at the dates and times, and it's like 6 weeks later, a month later, and then it's like a random dick pic, and then it's like, what a fucking creep. He like messaged you 6 times, and you didn't respond, and he still sent a picture of his dick. But here's the thing that they don't factor in. Here's the thing they don't factor in. Each time, it wasn't like he just thinks about you day and night. It was during the time when he was jerking off and he was in caveman brain. And he's like, let me just see if she'll respond, and maybe I could elude a picture out of her or some naughty conversation. And then eventually it got to the point where he's like, show her penis, she will love. And then like next thing you know, you're a fucking sex offender.
You're so fucking right. And here's the other thing. I think it goes even deeper than that. Not only is it just that time when he's doing that and looking for, someone to respond. I think that at all of those particular times, that girl probably posted something on her story that baited him in.
Yeah.
Whether it was like a breakup meme or whether it was a booty pic that was 8 minutes ago. Maybe she's still got her underwear on. It's only been 8 minutes.
Well, really, they got 24 hours on their story. So who knows what time it was posted at, really.
Well, you could see.
That's what I'm saying. So if you come across it 12 hours later and this girl is no longer drunk and horny posting pictures of her ass, and then you look like the asshole for responding to it.
Yeah.
She has her post nut clarity. Where are you, caveman?
Yeah, I think you're completely right. That is definitely that's great. I love that. And I hope that this video, especially after I clip it and put it on Instagram, could reach as many people as Brown and Pinkers, and we can all come together and celebrate
and stop judging the caveman brain.
Let's celebrate the caveman brain. We're fucking over this judgment shit.
Listen, it isn't something that like men just consciously think of and they're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking be a weirdo and fucking DM a bunch of girls. It's like, no, man. The accessibility of the internet through your phone that you're using to jerk off to porn, all you gotta do is swipe over and you're potentially connecting with a woman. But
a real woman.
They're not on the same playing field as us.
Yeah, they're not in the same mindset. And
that's why. But think about it. This is nothing new.
This is nothing new.
In the 90s, 80s, 70s even, they had phone sex operators because all the guy wanted to do was connect with a woman and just hear a voice before he nuts, just to make his nut a little better. He didn't give a fuck if it was really a dude on the other line or a fucking old lady or whatever the fuck it was. He just wanted to connect, bro, because jerking off is great, but like jerking off on camera in front of someone, it's a little better.
Way better. It would be like, what's a good analogy? Jerking off is great. It's fucking, burger, right? Everyone loves a good burger. Jerking off on camera? That's the double bacon
I would even go a little further.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say jerking off on camera is the burger, and jerking off to porn is like eating that burger with the wrapper still on it.
Nah, because you just still...
No, you still taste the food. But it tastes much better without paper in your mouth.
Yeah, that's very true. So, ladies, just bear with us. You know what I'm saying? We're not asking you to give in. Well, we are, but at the very least, just bear with us. Just understand
be a little
what's going
understanding. Listen, if this happens to you and you have no pictures of your ass or anything on there, and you're just using the internet to connect with family members. Maybe there is a creep out there, and I'm not going to say that doesn't exist because it probably does. For sure it does. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to put the bait out there, don't get mad at the fish for biting.
Yeah, exactly. That is facts. That is the best way to sum it up. If you're going to fucking chum up the waters, don't be mad when the sharks attack.
That's so aggressive. I mean... And I'm not a sex offender sympathizer.
A sex offender sympathizer.
That's a tongue twister. But think about the guy back in the 60s, right? Who would go around wearing a fucking trench coat, a rain jacket, with nothing on underneath. And the only way he could get his nut was for somebody to just look at his dick.
Just look at it.
He wasn't like raping. He just exposed it. Just so he could have someone see it, which is still a crime. All I'm saying is, guys don't always have control over their emotions.
I mean, how do you think that even became a crime?
It
became a crime because people were doing it. Because it feels good.
I'm not saying that I'm going to go fucking walking around in a trench coat exposing my dick to cheerleaders, but it came from somewhere. And it's that same, you got to just wake up and decide not to flash your penis to strangers.
Yeah, that caveman brain that propelled the Scranton Flasher to fucking put that trench coat on.
They got a name?
It's from The Office.
Oh. It came to The Office from other things. I didn't see that episode of The Office. But
the same brain that propelled him to do that is the same brain that makes a guy wake up in the morning with a hard dick and go... Who can I send this to?
Somebody's got to see this.
Somebody's got to see this.
The best thing you could do to prevent that is have a girlfriend, because then you wake up in the morning and you just be like, hey, babe, poke her with it.
Yeah, well.
It eliminates the whole thing. But I was single, so I've been there. I understand.
A lot easier said than done, my guy.
Well.
In Houston, Texas.
That's why you got to bring him back from Chicago.
Yeah, well, if they live. If they don't turn into Swiss cheese before I get there. I'll be there on Sunday. I'll see you guys. Thank you. This has been a fantastic episode.
It's been great.
It's been fantastic. I'm excited. Diamond Cut, you should be excited as well. Brandon Shoots back in the comments. We got a little. I'm not gonna say it's something, but it's looking like something.
Somebody was watching?
There's some people watching, some people subscribing, some people joining the fun, dropping comments. We're conjuring up something here. It only took 51 episodes.
For any first-time viewer, just understand, Caveman Brandon. We're a little excited about it, but we've talked about it a lot, and we've come to this conclusion. We're not actual. You don't have to hide. Yeah.
You can be yourself around us, is what we're trying to say. Because we're all fucking in this together, baby. You know what I'm saying? Take care. We'll see you guys next time. The greatest party on earth every Friday night at Bottle Blonde, Houston, Texas. The Strategy and Dolo show. Fawn will be there as well. We'll see you guys next time.